Script.
And we are recording.
All right. When last we left off, the wolf pack, after linking up with the rebel Yell outside of Oasis and transporting it back to the Verdant Bay Peninsula, returned to the secret grove of the Circle of Verdance to check in on the twins' aunt, Ilrin Silver. Their reunion was to be delayed, however, as troubling tales of Ilrin's recent aggressiveness reached their ears, and she was nowhere to be found in the grove, and attempts to reach her psychically were met with haunting laughter, static, and nosebleeds. While awaiting word of her location from scouts, the pack investigated her quarters out of concern for her well-being, only to learn she may have been ensorcelled by some dark power preying on her anger and anguish over her sister's passing. It was determined, through no small effort of the pack's resident mages, that she may have undergone some kind of ritual tied to an aspect of Demogorgon. The pack then received word Ilrin had struck an Imperial patrol not too far from it. After racing to the battle site, they found only ruined remains of the patrol and no sign of Ilrin, for most of the pack, at least. Some were able to see what looked to be a fiery visage of the Archdruid, attempting to absorb or consume something from the recently slain Imperial Guard. The pack attempted to interact and intervene, only to find themselves under attack by this entity bearing Ilrin's form, though they managed to chase it off from its activities. They followed the being off the coast of the peninsula, finding it had flown out into the vast Eastwater Sea. While deciding what to do, the pack spotted another similar form flying out on the water, and then another, indicating there was not one but three of these fiery phantoms. The pack retrieved the rebel Yell and set sail south, chasing after them, only realizing that they may be targeting the anchor located at the sunken Temple of Melandra somewhere out in the water. On approach, a massive tempest began to build, halting their progress temporarily as the pack heard Ilrin's voice call out something in a language they did not quite understand, before summoning an incredible amount of storm magic to blast something down deep in the depths of the sea. And it would appear Ilrin hit her target, as deep, thunderous cries from the watery depths heralded the breaching of a truly monstrous creature, a dragon turtle the size of any city, with a large stone structure mounted on its back. It would appear that Ilrin had succeeded in enraging and summoning the sunken Temple of Melandra to the surface. And that's where we are picking up, as you guys you are better part of a mile away from where this turtle has breached from the water. It is truly gargantuan. Gargantuan actually isn't even the correct size for this thing. Just based on where you guys are at, easily the size, if not bigger than the city of Hilltown that you've been to.
Ooh.
Several miles long. The storm itself, having sort of stopped its expansion, starts to expand a little bit more as this being is now summoned up here. Doesn't appear to be moving in any way, but is clearly upsetting whatever magic that Ilrin has used to summon it. And you see Drost immediately run over to the arcane engine, using a spell that none of you seem to recognize, and you watch as a barrier flits out from the ship, about 5 feet in any direction from the ship, and he goes, using one of Avandre's new spells, I'm at least going to keep the storm from shooting us down.
Okay.
So Wolfpack, as you see this giant primeval being, you can't quite see where Ilrin is at the moment. There does appear to be some kind of focal point of magic on the other side of the temple. You can see the temple itself, this massive, dark gray, soaked water stone structure, reaching several hundred feet into the air from the turtle's back itself. And you can see just kind of beyond that, there is some kind of nexus of storm magic beyond it. But other than that, you don't see Ilrin herself. So Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
We should probably check that central point over there and then check that temple. I'm just kind of like staring at this giant thing, just kind of like in awe of it.
Why is that so big?
It's real old, I'm assuming.
Oh.
So the temple we think is the anchor, right?
Correct. You
Yeah.
guys, yeah. The information that you have, the anchor is somewhere in the temple. You're guessing that the temple is probably that structure on that thing's back. Where in that temple the anchor might be itself, little unclear, but
And we're pretty sure the ant is like co-opted by the Demogorgon and trying to destroy it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah,
That's our theory.
Tyler and Drost poured over the notes that Ilrin had kind of left, and it did seem like there was something akin to a ritual that Tez had gone through at some point,
Oh.
in order to kind of induce an aspect of Demogorgon. And she made mention as well of, starting to hear the voices in her own head kind of pressuring her to push through and do this ritual, and suddenly now she has several different phantoms that all appear to be very angry.
And do we see the phantoms?
From where you guys are at right now, no, you do not.
Sounds like we need to get closer then, right, guys?
Yeah, we need to get over there.
All right.
Maybe I should shoot it.
I mean, we've had worse ideas. But we don't want to shoot the temple. That's bad.
Oh,
Yeah, shooting a temple is bad.
that thing is
Shooting the-
terrifying.
Shooting that thing probably also might be bad.
I don't think that thing would even notice if we shot it.
I don't
It's
think
the
it would
size of a
either.
fucking
I
atom.
don't think my hammer would do anything to that thing.
Yeah.
I think it would break my hammer.
It might.
For the purposes of this, whoever would like to, go ahead and select the Rebel Yell token and roll initiative for this.
Oh,
You mean do
Combat
it
has
because I'm flying?
Yeah.
Do I roll my initiative or the Rebel Yells initiative?
The Rebel Yells initiative.
Okay, let me open up the. I didn't have the boat open. Hang on. Okay. Selected. And initiative? Did that work?
Yep, that
Hey,
did.
it did.
I roll. Also, just to point out, you guys have had the ship worked on a little bit since the last time you had a major air battle. There's actually 2 points I want to bring up. One, the speed of the ship itself in battle, as well as its like cruising and escape speed, have both been accelerated quite a bit. During battle speed, if you're going to turn, it now has a speed of 300 feet, which is about 2 squares on here because I've measured out for 150. If you're in escape mode where you won't be able to turn that turn, it goes up to 600 feet. You also now have an ability where you can basically full crank the engines. You get to roll a d20, and if it's a 5 or lower, it fails to actually engage, the boost mode essentially. If 6 or higher, you go full NOS and you get to double all movement for that turn.
ooh.
Is that an action?
It is not an action to do it.
Okay.
But it's a decision you have to take before you do your move action for that turn.
Okay.
And then after that, it's a reset 1d4 turns before you can do it again.
Sweet. So it's 2 squares if we're not like hustling.
Yeah.
4 squares if we're moving, and then if we like fucking turbo boost it, we can go. How far? How much farther?
Double movement, so 4 squares
Okay, so
if you're turning, and then 8 squares if you're not turning, if you're in a straight line.
sweet.
All right. Well, you guys are starting out, so what are you doing this first round?
Well, do we want to try to fucking catch up.
Yes.
I can test this new turbo boost.
Click that turbo button.
Oh, hold on tight.
Oh, that just
All right.
did the description.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't know.
so
I didn't have a way of mechanically putting it in, unfortunately.
gotcha. Well, then I will just roll a d20.
12. All right, you get double movement. So, if you're going in a straight line, it's going to be the 1,200 feet. If you're making any kind of turns or adjustments, up to a 90-degree turn, it's 600. And if you do the ruler, each of these squares is 150.
Okay.
All right, straight line, heading for the tower.
All right, guys. I
As-
mean, I'm assuming.
Forgot to pull up here. How high up off the water line, essentially, are you keeping this thing?
Pretty high. Like,
Okay.
I'm assuming we want to look down at whatever's going on. I guess, like,
You're flying over the tower?
probably.
Okay. All right, then nothing happens to you then. Yeah, you guys dead accelerate. You guys all feel kind of this boost and have to hang on for a second as the Rebel Yell picks up speed like it's never picked up speed before. You can see Dros kind of holding the barrier in place, like this surge of arcane energy flying out from the engine that he's currently engaged with. As it slows back down just a little bit, everything seems to be fine. Go ahead and roll me a d4 real quick. Okay, so 3 turns of rest before you can use that boost again.
Okay.
All right. Brings us to not your guys' turn. I need to roll some dice. That's really high. Okay. You guys watch as you're going full boost mode, heading towards this tower. Starting to climb up just so you can fly over it. You kind of hit a bit of a peak, just about to crest over the top of this thing. You watch this kind of nexus of energy that you're kind of seeing from a distance is centered around this massive red cloud of energy that seems to be drawing in this tornado of lightning and wind into itself. And as you guys are starting to crest over it, that tempest itself condenses and it flies out from that cloud, smacking into the tower itself. And you watch as just a whole chunk of the tower begins to fall apart.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That's probably not good.
not good.
Should we shoot the cloud?
I don't know what to do about the cloud. I mean,
I guess, can we see? So where is the cloud? Is the marker for the other person? Is this the
Yes.
cloud?
Yeah, that is the cloud. It's this, massive, 100-foot wide, just raging nexus. You're from this distance, even with the spyglass, you're not able to make out specific figures in there just yet. It's just, a smaller cloud in this tempest, but easily draws the eye given that it's a red one instead of, a generic black storm cloud.
Gotcha.
That is their go. It is your guys' turn again.
I mean, I'm assuming you want me to just keep getting closer to this thing, right?
yeah, we should get closer.
Is that right? 600.
Yep, 600 in a straight line. All right. Yeah, and you guys are flying over the last part. You guys see as you kind of crest over this tower, the tower itself does climb several hundred feet into the sky, and then in front of it there looks to be a bit more on the normal side of buildings, maybe a 30-foot high structure, encompassing a good 200 feet in front of it, kind of a little promenade area in front of the temple itself. It's still very
What's this?
waterlogged
I was gonna say,
all
what's the
throughout.
temple look like? Is it all like corally and like are there fish flopping around all over the place?
From your height right now, you don't quite see any fish or anything, but there are definitely massive chunks of coral and what look like algae and things like that just decorated on top of this. You do also see what looks like a couple of bodies like hanging from like tridents jammed into it as you're
Mm,
kind of passing over. It looks like the whatever defense force may have been guarding this underwater was not prepared for a very rapid ascension into uh, the above ground.
Whoops.
But as you get a little
um,
bit closer, you are able to start making out. There looks to be, from this distance and using the spyglass, you're able to pick out 4 figures in this raging red cloud in front of you, about 300 feet in front of you. 3 of them look to be that very similar, like shade of fiery orange color, circling a central figure who's it's a little harder to make out their being, but you have a pretty good idea of who it is. Sitting in the center of this cloud, acting as sort of a channel for whatever spell seems to be going on here.
um, I'd like to try something. Looking at this giant storm cloud,
Okay.
I would like to cast Call Lightning at. Checking my spells here. I'd like to cast it at 5th level
Okay.
and just see what happens.
Well, you definitely have the range for it since the spell amplification of the Rebel Yell helps. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Okay. And I'm more trying to cast it to like try to get control of the storm cloud.
Okay.
But I will roll damage.
Let me ask this then. So you're all right. You're wresting control of the storm cloud. Are you aiming for a particular target?
I mean, if I can guess that she's in there, I would aim for her.
All right. You're aiming for her directly then.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and give me your damage roll.
All right. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out. So I roll 60-10.
All right. 39 points of damage. You do feel, as soon as you start calling this in, there is a resting of power, a bit of tug of war that is happening right now. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check as you finish casting this and directing the lightning at her.
Not great.
All right. She rolled a 13, so barely beat you.
Okay.
But you feel there's this kind of just tug of war. Like you're able to get a pretty good grip and rest a couple of bolts and throw them at her. She manages to retain control of the storm for the most part. And as the bolts that you summon go flying into this cloud, they strike and they kind of scatter a little bit to where it doesn't hit her directly, but it seems to split into the phantoms themselves flying around her. And 2 of them
Okay.
turn and look at you, at the ship now.
All right.
And it doesn't look like, this energy kind of spreads out, it kind of dissipates a little. You've hit people with call lightning before. You're used to the effects of seeing, this sudden burst of energy flying from the sky and striking something with force and power. This wasn't that. Something got broken apart, and it had some effect, like a little bit of an overcharge, but it didn't do what you were quite expecting to do to her.
Okay. So I'm just gonna sit there and keep playing tug of war then.
Okay. Does anyone else want to take an action? The Rebel Yell is acting all together. You guys are all able to take individual actions as far as operating the weapons, anything like any spells you want to cast, anything like that.
What level
any-
spell did you just cast, Tyler?
I
Do
cast
I
a 5th
know?
level spell.
Okay. That does then it's not gonna help what I was gonna do. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I'm gonna run to the gun deck.
There you
What
go.
kind of ammunition do I have?
You still have standard shot, heavy packed shot, arcane shot, as well as the ventral gun that you can also fire.
And can you remind me what the arcane shot does?
If you pull up the Rebel Yell in the...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Rebel Yell, I see it. Oh, Jesus. Everything I need's right here.
And if I recall, you are...
I'm
you
good.
are you're a fully trained expertise gunner.
Indeed I am.
Yeah, so you can fire 3 times in a round.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, well, are you using...
I run away.
Are you using the ventral gun? Because right now, since you guys are pointing at it, the guns pointing on the side of the ship can't quite aim at Ilrin at the moment.
The ventral gun can, though?
Yeah, you guys are at a bit of an
Yeah.
angle to where you're above her, so you are able to get into that belly gun and take a shot at her if you want.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I'm looking here. I didn't familiarize myself. It's just this one single kind of shot. There's ventral gun and then ventral gun arcane shell.
Yeah, so the ventral gun is just a normal shot, like loaded with a normal cannon shell. The arcane shell has a special ability, but also a bit of an... if it rolls badly, it might, blow up in your face a little bit. Experimental ammo.
Don't. Oh. Hold on tight, everyone. I'm going to try this experimental one.
Dirty 20, that's going to hit the cloud. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Oh, wait. Did that work? Oh, I'm sorry. Attack!
No, you roll damage
Oh,
the
it
first
worked.
time.
It worked. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
16 bludgeoning, and then 29 of... You get to choose what kind of damage it deals.
I think it's... And this is into the cloud?
Yep.
Let's do... I don't see a list in there, so I assume it's all kinds, right? So
anything
fire,
elemental.
cold. Okay. Fire!
All right. 29 points of fire damage on top of that. Your first shot, you aim it, perfectly sighted, fire. You watch, there is a physical impact as one of the phantoms moves to block the shell itself from hitting Ilrin directly. That phantom does it takes the hit, you watch most of its essence get scattered, and there's a secondary explosion, this massive fireball that emits out from the front of the ship as it impacts. And as the smoke of it clears, the phantom is still there. It doesn't look like the fire damage had any effect on it.
Oh. That was a bad choice.
You never know unless you choose it.
I chose it. Do I get another shot, you say?
With the ventral gun, you get one more shot. The 3 guns is for when you're firing broadside, essentially.
Okay, so I get one more shot.
Yep.
Okay, one more shot. I'm going to put my special goggles on. They just look cool. Oh, holy fucking shit. That's not
Well,
good. Oh god.
I need you to roll 4d10. And what kind of ammo were you loading into this one? What element type?
Definitely wasn't doing fire. I think Tez probably would have tried. Um, probably cold. I'd be avoiding like lightning. I don't know if that'd do shit.
Go
Or
ahead and give me.
wait a minute. Did lightning do shit for you, Tyler? Did I notice? Kind of ish.
It did shit, yeah.
I'm gonna do lightning because
Okay.
that did shit.
Go ahead and 4d10. You take 22 points of lightning damage as you aim the
Oh
shot. It's perfectly lined up again. You go, I got
fuck.
this. Click, and the back part of that shell explodes in lightning, filling that part of the deck.
Shit. Okay.
For everyone else on the deck, the main deck of the
Jesus.
ship, all of your
You okay down there?
the hair on your necks and arms all stand up as the ship is filled with static electricity.
That was a full blown natural one, wasn't it?
That was a full natural one. That was the worst of crit fails he could have had.
Sorry about that.
At least you touched both ends of the spectrum on your damage roll.
Yeah, I sure did.
1 and a 10.
Yeah.
All right. Taylor, anything from you?
I don't think I could do much.
You do remember that the way the amplification of the ship works, you are able to make shots out at a farther distance. It basically like railguns your arrows out there.
I guess I could fire a couple shots then.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Go ahead and take your shots. 29 will hit.
Can't remember, was it 2 or 3 shots I have? I don't remember. It's been so long.
You are a ranger, so you only get the 2 shots, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, you at each time pull the bow back, fire, and you watch. As soon as your arrow leaves, like it's a bit of an odd thing. You're aiming at the distance you're used to aiming for, something like this, trying to arc out a 600-foot arrow, and the minute you release, it clears your bow, and the engine just shoots it all the way out at a speed you can barely even fathom, as this thing slams into this cloud of energy. Doesn't look like anything has still directly impacted Ilrin herself. These phantoms, as this energy is rolling around her. Every time you guys have made a shot, one of the phantoms moves in and blocks the shot from her.
Well, it all counts, so.
Exactly. And I think that's all. Oh, Kendall, anything you want to do?
I'll go below deck and use the ventral gun.
Okay. It requires a little bit of work since Tez blew out the back of it. So give me. Let's call it an athletics check to try and wrest the pieces of this thing back into place to where the gun is functional at the moment. 20. All right. You do manage to get pieces of this thing back into place, forming a bit of the metal, using your own axe to just kind of like beat the hell out of it. It's not the perfect patch job, but it'll hold for now for combat's sake. I'll say give me a strength check just to see one more strength check. This is just to see if you're able to do it fast enough to where you can get another shot in before this end of round. $18. I'll say yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait. Did I do it?
Wrong one. Over on you want the one under actions.
No.
There you go. 25? Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. If you just hit attack in the chat, like on the roll that
No.
you did for the weapon attack, it'll roll the damage for it. There you go.
Okay. There goes.
All right. You fire another shell, normal one this time, goes flying out, normal speed, slams into this cloud again. Smaller fireball than the arcane shot that Tez fired out, but fire doesn't seem to do anything. The shell itself did scatter another chunk of essence out of one of these phantoms. And that is all for you guys. Brings us to Ilrin's turn. She, well, maybe not she, but you watch as this cloud continues to, roil with energy. The central figure and one of the phantoms stay here and continue to kind of channel this energy. The other two are going to full on split from the cloud and go for a pincer attack against you guys. And each one of them gets their own actions. First of which is going to be a really mean one. I need everybody, actually, two of you are down in the deck of the ship, so you do not need to roll a dexterity save. Those of you that are on the deck of the ship do need to roll me a dexterity save, please. And then I need a dexterity save for the ship itself.
And then for the ship, do I get to roll with advantage
I believe so,
on the ship because I have the hat on?
yeah. Yes, you do. $14. Make sure. Insert DC. Oh, I'm sure it'll prompt it when I put this in the chat. Okay, DC 17. All right, so. Oh, it doesn't damage though. That's dumb. You guys out on the deck of the ship. Actually, we'll do this from the perspective of Tez and Loki. As you guys are down in the belly of this ship, firing the ventral gun, you hear what sounds like thunderous crashing and impacts as this ship starts shaking left to right from multiple strikes. Those of you on the deck watch as these two phantoms begin to approach from the sky. One of them raising her hand well up into the air and summoning what looks like a cloud of meteors flying down towards the ship itself.
Oh, good.
So we're going to get the advanced roller,
That's not good.
because I am not manually rolling that many.
Oh,
So the first number is bludgeoning damage. Oh, sorry. First one's fire damage. The second one is bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
wow.
Let me see one thing here. See if Drost even has this spell. He does, and he has it prepared. Drost is going. You watch as Drost is holding this barrier in place, like actively concentrating it, pouring his action into it. And as these meteors come flying in, he goes, nope, 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 and expands the barrier out, minimizes the fire damage a bit as he casts Absorb Elements through the ship Arcane Amplification.
Thanks, buddy.
So, have the fire damage for the ship. It'll be 34 points of fire damage instead. But it will still take the full 71 bludgeoning.
Oh,
And
is
then
that on
everyone
us,
else.
or- Oh, okay. That was
That
just
is
for the ship.
that's on the ship. Everyone else, you all succeeded on your saves, so you also still need to take that damage as well. But you get to inherently have both of those for your guys. So
Oh well,
actually,
thank
and actually,
God
we'll
it's
say
halved
quarter.
because I'd be dead if it wasn't halved.
We'll say quarter of the fire damage because he does absorb most of the fire damage for everybody. So 34, 17 points of fire damage, and then 35 points of bludgeoning to all of you, except the two down in the belly of the ship.
I'm sorry, how much total?
17 fire and 35 bludgeoning.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, a little bit. 9th level spells tend
Just
to
a
do
little.
that. The second phantom is going to look... She is also going to cast a chain light, or she's going to cast Call Lightning as well. Summoning power from the storm here itself and blasting down at the ship. I need someone to give me... Yeah, Finn, give me another dexterity save at advantage for the Rebel Yell. Alright, that succeeds against her save. It takes 15 points of lightning damage as a massive lightning strike comes blasting down onto the ship. Actually, you're still concentrating on Call Lightning, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Give me a wisdom check real quick. She is also going to... Gotta beat a 19. Oh. Alright.
No.
You are not able to kind of wrest primary control away from her of this storm. So yeah, 15 points of lightning damage to the Rebel Yell as a massive bolt strikes into the deck.
Damn. Hey guys, our ship's fucked up.
Yeah, we're all a little fucked up.
Yeah, no, I'm not great either. That fucking meteor hit me hard.
Yeah.
At the top of the initiative order, you guys hear blasting across, with all the noise and everything going, with all these lightning and thunderous blasts going on, the storm's still actively raining down, wind and water and storm energy all around you. It's almost a bit of a weird relief, or maybe like a sense of comic relief, when you guys hear blasting across the water. This is the Imperial Navy. Everyone, surrender your vessels, land, and we will be boarding. As you see, to the southwest here, three Imperial airships. Have now entered this general space, having been coming to investigate. Ilrin did destroy a naval fleet on the way here, an actual naval fleet. So it kind of makes sense that nearby Port Oman, a massive military stronghold, sent out something to go investigate a giant storm that may have potentially wiped out a naval fleet. But now there's new players on the board. Are going first, it seems. They don't have all the fancy kit and caboodle that you guys do. As they just continue formation, heading directly for the turtle, you and Ilrin. Oh, sorry, no, they get 450. My bad. One more. All right. Crew of the Rebel Yell. You took a beating. You have some things you can do to, potentially... Remember, you can pour spells of your own into the ship itself. Magical effects, things that do healing and of that nature, do apply to the ship when cast through the arcane engine. So you are able to essentially heal the ship. But I would like to know what the crew of the Rebel Yell is doing.
All right, so I'm assuming I need to turn it broadside, right, guys? So you can shoot more guns.
Please do so.
All right. So yeah, I'll move.
Go.
I'll fly so that the storm and them are in between the Imperials and us. Like they'll have to go through us. And do I want to? I mean, I guess I can be back a little ways. Like I don't need to be on top of it, right?
You can do about a 90-degree turn from where you were.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, with everything, this is always just forward momentum at this point. It's not a 360-degree movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough to do a hard swing to port, bring her around, and aim the guns there. So.
Yep. Is that my action? Is just steering the ship?
That would be, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you've got any bonus actions or anything you want to cast through the ship itself.
I mean, I could hex them, but since I can't attack, they won't do any damage. Good. And
With the arcane amplification through the ship, any hex damage, any effect that hex would have, if the ship is used to attack her, it applies.
okay. Oh wait, what's the amplification range?
It's ×5 for whatever the base spell of the range, or base spell range is.
Okay. So if I cast Dark Lord's Mantle and the enemy gets within, it'd be 150 feet of us, they'd have to make a wisdom save or be scared.
There is one within
So
150 feet of you right now.
then I'll cast that. Let's anybody that's within, like basically everybody else on the ship, you can add a D4 to one attack roll per round as a bonus action.
Oh, good.
That will apply to the gunners and anyone doing their own attacks amplified through the ship as well.
Oh, that's an action though. That's not a bonus action, so I can't cast that.
Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't want that anyway.
Yeah, then. I mean, because I don't think hexing their like strength or dexterity is going to do much good, so I'll just hold off. So yeah,
All right.
no, that's it for me.
Twins on the deck. What you got?
I'm still trying to wrestle control of this storm cloud.
All right. Go ahead and give me another wisdom check.
Damn.
She's rolling just higher than you on all of these. You kind of feel it. It's not necessarily a sense of familiarity, but you've always been kind of aware that, your mother and her sister were supposed to be these prodigies in druidcraft. And while you're very confident in your own abilities, it is very clearly you're seeing this in action now. The things that you were told as a child, like, oh, my aunt actually is kind of a badass. As you're
Mm-hmm.
every single time you're feeling, your two magics butting head to head, trying to wrest full control of this storm, and you're able to keep pulling off pieces of this to keep using Call Lightning, but she's keeping the dragon's horde of this power. So
All
if you
right.
want to use it for another attack, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, I will. I'm not gonna go for her this time. I'm just gonna focus on the cloud itself, I think.
Okay. Focusing on the cloud itself, go ahead and roll me your damage, please. Oh, reminds me. I forgot to roll here. During the beating that she threw at you guys, with meteor, or the one of the phantoms threw with meteor storm, uh, she blasted another piece of lightning at the tower and caused another piece of it to come crumbling down. 28 points of lightning damage. The bolt goes slamming into the cloud itself. Again, it feels like every time, because you're only resting a piece of this bolt slams into the cloud. You do see it impact against the phantom that seems to be kind of flying cover around her, but it's not quite having the effect that you're expecting it to.
All right.
Taylor, what you got?
Could I use one of the guns on the side to shoot at one of
Yeah.
the phantoms?
If you want to go down to the gun deck and do so, you absolutely can.
Sure.
Now,
Oh,
I know
God, I
some of
have
you guys
choices.
were supposed to get training. I don't know what your level of proficiency on it is. Sheet.
Training on the gun deck. Ship training level 3.
Then you have level 3 training on there then.
I had
So
that
you have
written in my
access.
bio somewhere.
Yep. Perfect. You get access to all 3 guns on the ship, as well as the power of arcane shot or heavy pack shots. So all 3 of the attack options are available.
Boy, which one should I do? Which one was the one that was fired at the beginning that did good?
He had done. Well, he
Arcane
did.
one, right?
He did. Yeah, he tried 2 different arcane shells. One of them did. He's using a different gun though, the ventral gun.
Oh, okay.
That was
You're
the
gonna be.
ventral. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be using the broadside. You'll get 3 attacks with him, but you can use the arcane shot. He already found fire damage doesn't seem to do anything to her, and lightning damage does, but it seems a little muted. But you still have plenty of other kinds of arcane shot. Any kind of elemental damage.
Well, I'm gonna try an arcane shot just to see what happens.
Okay, what kind of elemental damage do you want?
What do you guys think? I'm not sure.
Try
I do
thunder.
with fire.
Already
Well,
tried fire. Try see what thunder does.
yeah, I can try thunder.
All right.
Do
Go
it.
ahead and roll an arcane shot. 12. First shot, as you aim it, goes wide. She manages tiny target this time. You're shooting at one of the phantoms, not the cloud, so she's able to dodge it fairly effectively.
Okay.
But you have 2 more cannons to shoot.
Let's try another arcane shot. Same thing with the thunder.
Okay. As she's dodging for the first shot, you very quickly run to the second one, fire it. Perfectly lined. Go ahead and roll damage. Right. 10 points of piercing, 6 points of thunder. You watch as this phantom that was kind of flying around perfectly hit, and as soon as it impacts, there is this massive explosion of thunder kind of radiating out from it, sonic wave that you can almost actually see through the gun deck, and everyone on the deck of the ship can see it. This phantom was one of the ones that had taken multiple hits already. That phantom scatters.
Ooh.
So it looks like Thunder did good.
Oh,
Seems like it did something.
Okay, well, let's.
Good work.
I get one more, right?
You do get one more.
Let's try one more time with Thunder again.
All right. Are you shooting at the other phantom now that had kind of tried to pincer you, or are you shooting at the cloud?
Well, I was gonna look for a Phantom, but I'm assuming the 11 misses.
Yeah. You try to angle the gun to get the one that's a little farther out, and just can't quite get the perfect angle. The shot goes a little bit wide.
Okay, well, at least I tried. Did a little bit though.
All right. 2 down in the ventral belly gun. What are you guys doing?
Oh, watch this.
I will say right now, with your guys' angle, you don't have a great shot on anyone. Since that gun mostly points kind of forward, like you can kind of angle it and turn it a little bit, but it's mostly meant to shoot, forward or backward below the ship. But you can always run up to the gun deck with Taylor and reload and fire all the broadside cannons.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm out of here.
Easily done. You run up there and you see Taylor's trying to angle the guns over at one of the phantoms.
Oh, watch this.
okay. I'll grab a gun. Can I
right.
shoot? What's the ammo look like? Like, we're not like running low on shit, right?
No,
Can I do
you
an
guys-
arcane shot? A
Yeah, you
broadside
absolutely can.
arcane? Okay.
Yeah, Jerry has kept this place absolutely
Ooh,
so.
good job, Jerry.
What
Well,
that dude does
Thunder.
is get shit faced to make magic bombs.
Yes, he does.
That was Thunder.
That was Thunder. Are you shooting at one of the phantoms, or are you shooting at the cloud?
Shooting at the Phantom, since I know
right.
for sure that should do something.
All right, you hit the phantom. Go ahead and roll damage there.
Richie.
All right, 19 thunder damage. Jesus, some good rolls
Mm.
there.
Hell yeah.
That was with a 1 in there too.
This phantom hadn't taken a lot of damage. You watch as this shell impacts it directly, explodes with another visible sonic shockwave that the two of you still on the deck can see. The phantom is still there, but its essence is starting to fragment and break apart.
Good deal.
I have another shot, right? I
You have
3
2 more shots.
Yeah. 13.
13, that is going to be a miss. Second shot, as you try to angle it, she seems like she's figured out a bit of the aiming patterns that you guys are using, manages to duck this one.
Oh, how about this aiming pattern?
That one is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thunder.
And with that phantom hits, explodes in a thunderous energy, and is splashed apart. So you watch a bit of red go flying into the air as well.
Nice shooting.
And that is all from Tez. Loki, you got anything? You want to run up there too?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how trained Loki is on the guns. I don't remember how much of that he got. Was it noted on your sheet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Checking bio just to see.
So, because he wasn't with us on the ship for a bunch of our downtime, so he maybe
He
hasn't
was,
had a lot
yeah.
of practice.
I'll say, give me 2 intelligence checks. All right. You spent enough downtime on the ship and hanging out with Jerry. You were able to get very well acquainted with the gun deck eventually. You also are fully trained on this. You have access to 3 shots as well.
I'll use the arcane shells.
All right. What kind you loading in?
Thunder.
All right. Aiming for the cloud now that the two phantoms that were flying around have been dissipated.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls. First one is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damn.
Oh
Are
wait.
you using the ventral? I thought you were using the side.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
wrong one. Yeah, it's a
I clicked
broadside.
on one.
The attack bonus is fine. It's still the same on that. Go ahead and just click. Yeah, there you go. And then just click attack for the damage numbers. There we go. All right. First shell goes splashing into the cloud. You watch as that phantom moves and takes the hit. Does not get fully blown apart, but it did take a blast to it. Second shot, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
And that second one manages, you see that phantom flying around dissipate with the blast of arcane energy. You now see there's still, the cloud of energy is still roiling around Ilrin, but she has no phantoms flying around her right now.
I want to use the last shot to actually aim at her and shoot at her.
All right. Go ahead and make your shot. That is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You watch as that shell, just as it's about to impact, you watch it explode, and there is that blast of force that you guys have been watching every time you're using these broadside thunder guns. Smoke clears a little bit. The cloud is still there. She is still floating there. It looks like it did quite a bit of damage to her, but it wasn't necessarily a direct impact. Something stopped it right before it hit her, so it didn't just send her crumpling out of the sky. But she did feel quite a bit of effect from that. All right, and that should be everyone. Yeah, that is everyone on the Rebel Yell. It's Elrin's turn. She took quite a bit of damage, and all of her phantoms are now gone. So she is going to roll a d20. She does not get a good roll on that. Finn, as you're kind of, angling the ship, adjusting course, trying to keep just a good amount of distance, but also in a spot where, down in the decks, they're able to shoot her with the guns. Pulling up the spyglass to get an eye on your target, and you're seeing, you can now make out from this distance with Ilrin, with your spyglass. Ilrin has taken quite a bit of damage. There is blood leaking from her mouth. She's kind of holding herself in the air, still summoning this energy. And you watch, she coalesces more of it into her, just as she had been earlier every time she'd been blasting the tower, and instead this time thrusts her hands outward, and you watch as two new phantoms, wreathed in red energy, appear. As she did not get enough energy to be able to do the attack, she is now having to go a bit on the defense. The phantoms themselves are going to start flying at you guys. They do not have enough movement since they were just spawned to actually get close. She is going to start descending into the temple itself.
Mm.
You watch as she's been, this entire time, she's been a couple hundred feet above the back of this dragon turtle and the, essentially the entrance to the temple. She very quickly starts descending down into where the entrance would be, leaving the phantoms to try and essentially run interference for her. And that brings us to the Imperial airships that have now come in here. Now, they'd called out earlier, asking everyone surrender. I'm assuming that's not happening, right?
Oh no,
I
man.
figured we're
Have
just
every
straight up
intention.
ignoring them at this point.
I'm
Yeah.
the equivalent of turning on my turn signal as if I'm going to pull over eventually, but I have no intention of ever pulling over.
Fair enough.
I'll wave at him, give him a thumbs up.
I don't think I've ever asked this. Does the Rebel Yell fly any specific flag or colors or anything on it?
Do the voices have a flag? Like, do they have like a cool, like fucking like, tag that they spray paint on buildings and stuff?
You
Yeah, I
have
feel
seen
like-
If they
you've seen
don't,
something
somebody
like
should
that.
make one up.
Yeah, you've seen they have a couple different iconographies because they are made up of a couple different like subgroups, but you have one that's kind of a general symbol typically recognized by all of their members.
Yeah, I got like
Oh yeah,
a red,
that's
like a
definitely
fist
flying at this
or
point.
something. Yeah, it's whatever it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the fucking hammer and the fucking sickle or the fucking skull and crossbones or whatever fucking cool flag somebody can think of.
Yeah.
All right. So more importantly, you're not flying the Imperial colors.
The second they tell us to pull over, I'll fucking pop our fucking rebel flag out, give them the fucking finger. Yeah,
All right.
I'm changing how I handled that. Yeah, as soon as they did that, I'll fucking whistle to the crew to fucking throw up the voiceless flag. Fucking light a fucking hooter and give the fucking imps the finger.
All right. Then they are going to continue their approach towards you guys. Except for this one. This one starts making its way a slightly different path. And you guys actually watch as it kind of tilts its guns downward a little bit and just fires a single shot at the dragon turtle. Which completely misses, splashes into the water. Which is probably a good thing for them, honestly.
I'm glad they did, but how the fuck do you miss that turtle? It's the size of a fucking city.
I guess it would make more sense to say it hit the turtle. It's just it didn't catch the turtle's attention at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a volley of shots that ring out, and most of them kind of splash like right at the edge of the water. A couple of them kind of manage to hit into this thing, and it doesn't even react. There's no response out of this thing. Okay, so you guys are 50 and 7. They can make attacks with the deck guns. One of them is going to be firing at disadvantage. You guys are far enough out. Actually, no, you're far enough out for both of these. All of them are going to be at disadvantage. What's the AC on the Rebel Yell?
14, I think. 14.
Okay. First volley of shots coming from the deck guns of the ship fly out and manage to just barely miss the bottom of the ship. They're just a little too far out, not able to kind of land. You do see one volley of it fire, or the third volley fires out and looks like it's about to splash onto the deck of your guys' ship or somewhere in the lower decks. And Drost once again pumps a spell out and shield blocks the attack. But it doesn't block the fourth volley.
Hey, quick on the armor class of the Rebel Yell. Since I'm basically using my action to fly the ship, would I be able to roll like my Rebel Yell pilot ability and that be our armor class?
You know what? I'll allow it.
Because I'm like, I mean, I'm actively flying the ship around.
You know what? You are. I'll give you that. Yeah. Go ahead and give me your roll. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I can fly the
Four.
fucking shit out of this
Plus
boat.
12. Plus 12. Yeah, I'm going to regret. I'm already going to be regretting my words. Yeah, you very quickly hard cut to starboard, and Drost ends up not even needing to burn the spell. He's about to, and you're just like, nope, I got this. Spin the wheel, manage to crank it, and you almost collide with the fourth volley. But it manages to just barely miss the front of the mast.
Oh,
It
man, they
goes
weren't
flying
ready
from
for
the ship.
that.
All
Do the
right.
fucking Matumbo finger wave at them.
That is their go. Rebel Yell, it's your turn.
Well,
You
obviously,
have...
I flew the ship, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Are you shooting at the fleeing Ilrin, or are you shooting at the phantoms that are now attacking or about to attack the ship?
I'm gonna go ahead and do. I think I'll do a broadside cannon arcane shot with the thunder at the phantoms.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll. That one for sure hits. First shell slams into it, another blast of energy. Still flying, but seems to have hurt it.
Okay.
You watch this one as it's just about to collide. This one ducks and barrel rolls past it. The second shot completely misses.
Shoot. Jerry, hand me that.
Okay.
Oh. Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you,
buddy.
Jerry.
Give me your roll.
A high five, Jerry.
Jesus, that one's
Right
dead.
before it hits.
You do as you fire it, you don't even look at it. You know, like, this one hit. And you walk over to
Yeah.
Jerry and full-on predator handshake him
Yes.
as you hear a thunderous explosion go off. And
Exactly what I wanted.
as soon as the dust clears, there is no phantom in sight there.
Oh, that was a good moment, Jerry.
Hell yeah, sir!
Nice.
I think that's it for me.
Jerry's slowly going to turn more like redneck and libertarian as the series goes on.
It'll happen.
All right, I've got a mage and 2 other gunners. What are we doing?
I'll take some arcane shots again.
All right,
Shooting at the phantom.
gotcha. All right, first one's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thunder again, of course.
Hits the target. You watch. There's a blast of energy. She's still flying, but she took that hit.
And that misses,
Sees
I'm
it.
assuming.
Sees the second one coming. Manages to dodge it.
Ah, damn it, getting worse.
Make sure here. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to keep track of your guys' numbers because I know there is a crit fail, like, window. Remember what I actually set that window to?
That would be a misfire on a 1 to 5.
Oh no.
Yeah, 1 to 5, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I need you to roll some damage then, because something with that shot went wrong.
Yep. Is it 46?
46 thunder.
Uh-oh.
You guys are all kind of crammed on the gun deck there. I need all 3 of you to take that damage. 14 points of thunder damage. As the shell, as soon as it ignites, blows out the back half of that cannon, and thunderous energy fills and blasts you guys all to different parts of the deck. Jerry is full knocked out after his predator handshake moment.
Jerry, no!
And you now have 1 gun that needs to be fixed in some capacity before it can be used properly again.
can't try and fix that with my bonus action, can I?
Do I have any movement?
You still have some movement, yeah.
I need to run to Jerry. Jerry,
Okay.
wake up!
He's full knocked out.
Oh shit!
He is unconscious. It was not enough damage to outright kill him, but it was enough to drop him unconscious.
Do I have a bonus action?
You all do have a bonus action. Taylor, for yours, give me. I don't think you have any tools proficiencies, do you?
Thieves' tools? I
Oh,
think
sorry,
that's
I
about
just
it.
hijacked Taylor's turn. Sorry.
It's okay.
No worries. Give me either an intelligence or strength check. I'll say as you start trying. You can start the process of getting it going.
Nope.
Okay. You start trying to get the pieces of the back of the cannon into place. You might have to have someone with a little more strength or a little bit more like technical know-how work on it, but you're at least assembling the pieces for repair. Tez, for your bonus, do you have any bonus actions?
I just wanted to do a daunting roar because I'm so upset.
All right. I don't
And I
remember
just-
what Daunting Roar does.
It causes fear, but also I'm just RPing it because I'm so mad at Jerry. So
Totally fair.
that's all.
Jerry kind of twitches a little bit out of fear because he's been on the receiving end of that before.
Ooh, wake
Still
up, Jerry.
still completely knocked out though.
Okay.
All right, Loki. There are 2 cannons that are still perfectly functional, and then one that is not functional.
I want to try to fix the one that's not functional.
Give me a strength check. Or, sorry, no, I had you do athletics the first time to fix that. Go ahead and do that. 27. Yeah. Taylor, you start getting the pieces, like, at least put right next to the cannon so that it can kind of be rested back into place. And you watch Loki go and just wham! And as this giant, like, cast iron cannon is beaten back into shape by Loki's fists. That it will be your action to do it. That gun is fully functional now, though.
Okay.
Any bonus actions, anything like that?
Nope.
All right. That brings us to the Archdruid's turn. Ilrin is going to continue down, and she manages to completely disappear out of sight as she enters the temple proper. You do watch as she gets, like, she starts approaching the temple itself and the surface of this dragon turtle. There is this, like, roiling energy that seems to come from the turtle itself and zaps onto her, and the cloud of energy around her just absorbs and dissipates it. Doesn't seem to even remotely affect her. From specifically Finn, with your spyglass, you're able to see there are a few like blue-skinned figures that seem to like they were holding on or something. They see her start to approach the door, and they get up and try to mount some kind of defense, and she just blows past them all. You see a couple just fully disintegrate with lightning energy. As she is not on the board. But there is still a phantom fastly approaching your ship. And she's going to try and do the same thing the other one did and call lightning as well. Since Ilrin herself is still concentrating on that spell. Tyler, give me a wisdom roll, please.
Okay.
Oh!
Wow.
All right. You feel it this time. Your aunt is you feel like you're already focused on this spell, trying to get your fingers into the meat of this storm and pull control of it. And you feel the tug. She's going to do the same thing, and you immediately go to try and do the tug of war. And as soon as you pull, there's almost no resistance. The other force on the other side of that is severely weakened. you get to decide what happens with this call lightning roll. It's either going to be reduced damage to you guys,
Sorry.
or at a completely different target.
You cut out them for a minute there because my headset died. What did you say happened?
You wrest control of this spell, so it's either going to hit you guys at severely reduced damage, or
Nice.
you have to pick an entirely new target.
All right, cool.
Oops.
Oh no.
No, no.
Hopefully he comes back soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's unexpected.
Hey.
Power still on my phone. Oh, and coming back up.
Nice.
Okay, well, give me like 5 minutes to get back in here. Uh, yeah, you get to pick either a new, completely new target that's within range of the Phantom, which is right next to your guys' ship, or you get to take. If you guys take the damage, you can basically overcharge your ship with it. It'll actually, because of how Dross was using absorb elements and how you're now manipulating it. If you take the damage, you can then pump that damage onto the next like cannon shot.
Ooh. Good. Okay.
So you're gonna take the damage, or you're gonna point it at somewhere else completely. You get to make that.
What's the ship's health looking like?
Rough.
Mm, I'm gonna
Let's
redirect.
see.
All right. You can't point it at the caster. The Phantom is still, I mean, essentially the focal point for where the storm is coming in. Um, you, I can't look at the map right now. If measure out the distance from the space just like southwest of you guys towards one of the Imperial ships.
600.
600. Okay. What's the range on call lightning?
Eh. 120.
Times 5. That's perfectly in range.
All right. That one.
Don't know which one that is.
It's the front one closest to the shell.
Okay. Almost loaded in. There we go. Okay. Just gotta get roll 20. Okay, you said it was going for this one?
Uh,
Okay.
that. Yeah.
In that case. That ship is fully going to take 40 points of lightning damage as
Hey.
the Phantom tries to call in lightning and you full on turn the storm that she's using, changing its focal center, and that bolt goes flying back past her and hitting the front ship instead. All
Very
right.
nice.
And that is all for the Phantoms. Takes us to the top of the initiative. The Imperial airships. Well, they've now been shot at, and well, no, they haven't been shot at, but they have been hit with a lightning bolt, so they are going to continue advancing. That one down by the dragon turtle itself is going to try and shoot at the turtle again. In fact, it's going to tilt the ship and try to get them as well. Even from this distance, you guys can see one of the shots. As soon as the cannon goes off, there's way too much powder and smoke. One of the cannons has misfired. The other two, one of them slams into the dragon turtle without any kind of notice, and one does manage to get its notice. It manages to land near the eye, not close enough to cause any real damage, but enough to kind of irritate it. And you guys almost feel the air pressure change as this dragon turtle raises its head to look at the ship in front of it. I need to roll.
These guys don't seem very smart.
Well, they saw a giant monster, and they are,
Made the fucking wrong choice.
yeah, they are not exactly trained to do anything other than attack giant monsters.
Translation. Hey guys, it's Godzilla. Let me shoot it with my slingshot.
Literally.
And his friend says, nah, just throw rocks at it. It'll work just as good. Okay.
You watch as this turtle raises its head, and this massive blast of warm energy, like breath, comes emitting from this thing. Nothing fiery necessarily to it, but the air itself is so heated with water that you guys can feel the air pressure like change drastically from here. It now feels like it's already been summer. It's been humid in certain parts. You guys have been traveling a lot. It usually doesn't affect you guys with the breeze. It is now muggy in the air with the amount of steam that this thing has emitted. As this thing is now completely caught in this blast, and you see parts of again, there's no fire element to it, it's just heat being emitted. Parts of the mast and the sails themselves and part of the deck is now on fire of this ship. The other two going to take shots at you guys.
Quick note, I think I may have had my Rebel Yell roll messed up. I thought the hat gave expertise, but it's advantage. So I need to switch that. So it's actually 8 instead of 12.
Gotcha.
So my bad. Sorry about that.
No worries. So your AC is 24 then. Got it. All right. There.
Yeah, unless you want to do it like every round, where I just assumed like every round I just roll into how well I flew the ship.
You know what? Well, you're about to need to roll it, so go ahead and make your roll.
I figured. And I get to roll at advantage. So lost a +4, but I get to roll at advantage. So I think that'll probably balance out.
26. Well, they have got to roll pretty stinking high.
Oh, there they go.
Of the 4 shots that go flying out, only one of them is about to land. Drost looks back. Do I need to?
I mean, wouldn't kill. We're like halfway.
All right, and he goes and he burns a shield, and you guys watch the barrier expands, and as these cannon shots are about to land, they just splash harmlessly against the shield itself. That is all they can do. Rebel Yell, it is your turn. You still have one phantom in the sky, and you have two other ships that are still shooting at you guys.
I want to shoot at that phantom, but I know my rolls suck, so I'm debating.
You can risk it. You got someone there
Okay,
that can
do
Always
hammer
it.
attack
risk
into
it.
place.
Always risk it.
Okay, risking it. Thunder damage, go!
Oh, what was that about rolls being awful? What was that?
Ooh, good shot.
You sit there and you line up this shot. And you're like fine tuning the aim, and you're like, "Please don't blow up! Please don't blow up! Please don't blow up!" And you pull. You hear the shot hit something. It goes off in the middle of the air, and that phantom is gone.
What do you think? Should I start shooting the Imperial ships?
Hell yeah.
Okay!
Yeah.
All right, which one are you shooting at? First off,
Well, we probably use the fire shells for
Uh,
these
the
guys.
one that's already taken some damage. I believe it's the southernmost one.
yep, yeah, the one above the head.
Yeah, that one.
All right, still with thunder. Or are you switching to fire? What are you using?
For the ship, let's do fire, just because.
All right, and a 19 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You watch your second shot, you line it up. You know, this, you're a little more used to this part of combat. Shooting at tiny little targets flitting around, a lot harder to do than shooting at big, slower moving things. So, you line up your shot, fire, shot's about to hit. You watch as their own arcane engine emits a shield. Your shot pierces through that and slams into the deck with a ball of fire.
Yay.
Whoever is on their ship also casts shield, and that 19 meets it, beats it. So, you have one other shot, though.
Yep, let's see what we can do.
18. Shield is still active for them. Your second shot, this one almost falls into the hole you blew in their shield. Scatters against it itself.
It was worth a shot.
Absolutely. I got a mage and two other gunners. What are you doing?
Heavy packed shot.
All right. Switching to the good stuff, the good powder.
Oh, I'm shooting at one of the Imperial ships.
I'm assuming,
I guess
yeah,
I
you're
can-
shooting at the damaged one.
Yeah, yeah.
With this, as you pack all three of the cannons, go ahead and roll the other two attacks as well.
Okay.
Do a full volley shot here. Came real close to a misfire there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
You got a little close, but it's still solid. Because I think heavy pack is just a 1d4 or 1-4. All right, so one of the shots completely misses. The other two manage to break through the shield. Go ahead and roll damage.
Cool.
This thing takes two more hits that manage to bust through this thing's shield, pelting into the gun deck and into the ship itself, going off with these heavy explosives. It's starting to wreak some havoc over there. That one ship, you can very clearly see there is some fire smoldering somewhere inside the ship's deck itself. Loki and
I'm
Tyler,
going back to Jerry.
you run back over to Jerry. He's still knocked unconscious.
Okay.
Loki and Tyler.
I'm going to. I guess. Do I have control of the storm now, or do I need to maintain it?
You know, you don't have full control just yet. You did win that tug of war. If you want to try and wrest
Yeah.
full control again, you can make another roll.
I will do that.
All right. That page. Where did I? There she is. 12. Once again, you go to reach for the power, and there is some resistance to you this time, a little more than last time. But you managed to wrest control. You have power of the storm right now. It's still not fully yours, but you hold the majority of it. What would you like to do with it?
I want to go for. No, I don't think here. So we killed the Phantom, and now we just have these Imperial ships encroaching on us, right?
Yep.
Yep, and the lady
I'm gonna
inside
go
the
for the
tower.
ship that I hit last.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. And now that you have control of the ship, multiply that number, whatever your finished roll is, by 3.
28 times 3.
3.
Good
Yep.
Lord.
84. You're aiming for that same ship that you've already hit before?
Yeah, might as well.
You
We've
feel
been
yourself.
fucking up.
You wrest control of this majority of this storm. You feel quite a bit of power at your fingertips. And you point at that ship that's already smoking and on fire. You just watched multiple shots come out from your own gun deck and damage and weaken this thing as it is still flying along. And you point, and there is a flash of light that you and Finn are able to see. And a couple of the 3 of you down in the gun deck, like, kind of close your eyes for a second and see a flash out in the distance, and a massive sound of a thunderous boom. And that ship is blasted straight out of the sky
Nice.
and begins to fall and is slowly flying towards the back of the dragon turtle's neck.
Well, it'll just give him a little poke.
All right.
That's my turn.
It is Ilrin's turn. She is still doing stuff inside the temple right now. Although severely weakened.
Loki go?
Oh, that's right.
No.
Loki hasn't gone. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Loki, you still have 2 ships out there.
Yes, and I'm going to fire at one of them.
All right. You line up the guns. Go ahead and fire.
And use heavy pack.
All right. Your first gun, it fires off, and it looks like it's about to hit. You go to light the second gun, and the back half of it blows out. The gun is currently damaged and needs to be repaired in order to be used again. Second shot, or third shot, you go to fire, and you feel, as soon as you go to set it off, that it's about to do the same thing and clamp down and keep it from blasting back. It does fire. It does not hit its target, but you do not damage the gun. So go ahead and roll damage for one of those. Right?
It is 46.
And then roll me 4d6, please. The 3 of you that are still down there take 20 points of fire damage. Tez, I'm going to say You take now. I'm going to ask Tez. Tez sees this blast of fire coming. Would Tez try and intentionally block it from hitting Jerry, who is already unconscious?
100%. Yeah.
You take an additional 5 points of fire damage then, as you kind of huddle over him and take severe brunt of it from him. I do
Come on,
need
Jerry.
now that was a big blast of fire in your guys' gun deck. I need a dexterity save with advantage from the captain of the ship for the rebel yell. $12. DC was 10. You feel an explosion beneath you rock the ship, and you already, just as the captain, you're attuned to this thing to a fine degree. You know what side of the ship that they're all firing from and where that blast came from, and you know where on the ship the rest of the shot and powder is stored, and quickly maneuver it so that whatever blast of fire was down there is not going to hit that. So good news, your gun deck does not explode.
There we go, guys.
Nice fire.
All right. Now that is all of you. With one gun completely or out of commission, needing repair. Ilrin's turn. She Tyler, you feel there is a blast of lightning that hits a part of the tower itself, severely weakened. She didn't even try to fight you for control this time. Just using whatever power she can scrape by to deal damage to this thing.
All right.
And that brings us back to the top of the round. The ship down there that just got roasted is going to keep trying to fly by, and it's going to try and get one more volley off on this thing. It starts to maneuver so that it can try to get to you. Maybe it shouldn't have, though. You watch, there are heavy explosions emitting from the gun deck of this ship as all of its shots manage to land right around the left eye of this dragon turtle. You feel in your bones the thunderous the sonic shake as this thing roars out. Needs to roll. Not get its storm breath back, but is going to take a reaction. I'd like to point out that this thing is strong enough that on a natural 1, it still rolls a 17.
Oh my god.
I didn't even edit the stats for its attack numbers like that. I edited the range because it made sense that, this thing would be able to hit a lot farther than 150 feet out. I didn't edit the attack number, so it just has a plus 16 bonus. In response to getting shot at, this dragon turtle raises one of its fins and swipes at the ship, managing to take off the top part of the mast in the process. This thing is barely still flying. The other one, do a full 90 turn here. and line up for a perfect broadside at you guys. And in fact, its captain is going to tilt the ship and get advantage on the attacks. Finn, if you want to go ahead and give me your check now to see
Yep.
what the AC is. 24. Even with the angling to try and help the range, all of the shots manage to completely miss as you maneuver the ship just enough so that everything passes by you. And that is their go. Rebel Yell, what you doing?
Can we tilt our ship to get advantage on these guys?
You can. The guy maneuvering the ship has to do it,
Oh,
and
hey,
it
Captain!
sacrifices movement when you do it. But
Shit. Well,
Would you like me to keep dodging all of the bad guys trying to shoot at us, or would you like me to make it easier for you to hit them?
I'd prefer you keep dodging this. So yeah,
Keep dodging.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, which shot should I do? Let's go for the heavy packed shot.
I just realized, Corey, when those explosions inside the ship happened, did the ship take that damage too?
it would take half the damage, so it would have taken 10 points of fire damage earlier. It wouldn't have taken the thunder damage or
Okay.
lightning damage that went off. Fire damage,
Ship
yes,
would have taken-
absolutely would have.
Okay.
The interior of the gun deck is a little charred.
Well,
Oh,
that's a fail. And a
yeah,
misfire.
that's a misfire. Go ahead and roll me the damage real quick.
Oh, what is that? 46. Okay.
Yep, 46. 18. I need a dexterity save from everybody in the. Actually, no, I forgot. You guys, don't need to. You take the damage because you're just there. The ship takes half the damage, so 9 points of fire to the Rebel Yell. I do need another dexterity save from the captain to avoid a explosion on the gun deck. Success. Just have to beat a 10. You feel another one start to rock the ship and immediately just restabilize. That is now 2 guns that need to be repaired on this side of the ship.
I'll just start repairing. Because if I take one more shot, I could die. So I'm at 26 hit points right now, guys.
Yeah, there has not been any healing going on.
No.
I'm not good either.
I'll try and repair.
Yeah, Tez, you take an additional 5 points because you're blocking Jerry.
Oh God.
I'll keep doing it. I don't care.
Well, you've got the hit points. I don't.
I have 50 hit points left.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check to start the repair process on one of the guns. 16, not bad. You get most of it kind of hammered into place. You might need someone else to finish smacking it a little bit to finish it off, but it is mostly repaired. You could probably take a shot with it. You don't know how well that shot's going to be, but...
Yeah, I'm not taking another shot. I'm not risking that shit.
Totally fair. All right.
I want to stay up.
Yep, that's fair. 2 more gunners and a mage.
Can I take my movement and move away from this area so
If you want to go back above deck, you are more than
I
welcome
would love to. Absolutely.
I'm gonna point out that this thing has ballista mounted on the deck that you could use and that don't explode. So
I'm going to head towards that.
totally fair. Yeah, you start heading for one of the thunder ballista up there. All right, Loki and Tez and Tyler.
Oh shoot!
Before you shoot, let me try to repair the guns first.
Oh,
Are they all fucked up?
One of them is a low DC repair. One of them is a high DC repair because it's fully out of commission.
okay. I'll go fix one of them too.
All right, both of you roll me athletics checks then. As you take a look at the one that is fully out of commission and just start hammering at it the way you've seen Loki been doing, and it is fully back in shape and in place.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Loki, you take a look at the other one. Go ahead and roll me an athletics as well.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You you fix the cannon and just start doing an aerobics class. So yeah, you're able to get that one both. Both of you are able, after repairing these cannons, are still able to make a single shot out of the cannons. Should you so choose.
Oh, good. I'll take a shot.
All right.
Same here.
All right.
Oh gosh.
That is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Loki, you go ahead and roll, and that's a hit as well.
And then I was just gonna go for this ship nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another 84, I think.
Well, before you do that,
Oh,
roll me a wisdom check. Also,
oh yes.
Loki, I need damage for.
Wait, I thought I clicked it already.
Oh, is it about to roll 5 times?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Dang.
My thing's being slow. Yep. There it goes.
Okay. Here we go. All right. So, I'm gonna roll this wisdom check. I have no confidence that she's about to beat that. In
That's
fact,
pretty
I
good
don't.
roll.
It is a really good roll,
Very nice roll.
and she does not beat it.
Oh, so close though.
You feel you rip the last control of this storm away from your aunt. Whatever's going on inside the temple has her fully engrossed, and she just isn't able to put the focus that she needs to maintain full control. Multiply that 28. I think. Instead of by 3, it's by 5 now. That's what she's been. Whenever she's been rolling damage against the tower using this storm, she's been rolling it by 5.
And
Oh,
that's
shit.
a
It's-
140.
Oh yeah, it's a 140.
You point, and once again, you fully delete an airship out of the sky.
I'll take it. I am so sorry, Dragon Turtle.
You know, it's a good thing you mentioned that.
Please don't hurt me.
No, I need. Since you technically killed both of these, I need you to roll me 8d10, please.
Ooh.
Okay. The first of the airships crashes into the back of the dragon turtle, and between the fire and lightning that has hit this thing as it's been falling, the explosion that emits from its powder deck finally being fully ignited goes off, and this thing erupts in a blast of fire as it crashes into the being.
Well,
As this thing feels something hit its neck and burn, and it did not like that. All right, and the other one is still falling. And that, I think, is all of you. Which brings us to Ilrin's turn. She no longer gets to add or multiply stuff. You watch as another bolt from this storm. At this point, she stopped. I mean, you have full control of this thing. When any extra power that she had been wielding from summoning this massive amount of energy is no longer at her beck and call. She's getting just dregs at this point. From a mechanical standpoint, it's now just a normal call lightning spell to her. She no longer gets any kind of multiplication as she's trying to deal damage to this tower from within it. But you do watch as another bolt of lightning slams in and blasts off a piece of roof in the lower part of the temple. And that brings us back to the top of the round. And one last airship that is severely weakened is going to fully cruise out this way and is going to try and get shots at you. Captain, if you'd be so kind as to roll your evasion check here. 26 it is. All right. It is going to make shots at you. Tilting the ship once more. And none of them making contact, but none of them managing to misfire either, although one did come really close. Once again, you're just able, sitting there spinning the wheel a bit, managing to maneuver and dodge all of these shots as they just splash into the water well below you. The Dragon Turtle's pissed off, though, and it still knows at least vaguely where one of these ships is. So it is going to swing. Yeah, that'll do it. You watch as this ship finishes firing at you guys, and as soon as it does, you watch this massive green arm fly out from the water and cut the ship clear in half. As both halves, much less gracefully than the ships Tyler has shot down with lightning, fall to the water, splashing and falling into the depths of the ocean. As combat seems to die down, Tyler, please roll me another 8d10. 44 point damage. The second of the ships that you have shot down crashes into the back of this turtle, and once again it howls in pain. Having noticed and felt that. Hard to say how much damage necessarily, as this other ship lights up and is engulfed in a massive blast of fire and powder. But as you look around, no other ships in the air, no one actively shooting at you, no phantoms flying around blasting high-level spells at you. You still hear you can actually hear the breathing. Now that everything kind of dies down a little bit, your adrenaline starts to come down just a bit. You can hear this thing breathing. Every single inhale and exhale sounds like a thunderstorm being drawn in and pushed back out of this thing's lungs. But, Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
I think we need to go in and stop her.
Yeah, we need to get in there.
Get the fucking teleporter.
Drost looks at you. You're wanting to use the gate function?
I'm assuming so, right, guys? I mean, that's the quickest way to get down there. Unless you're
Yeah.
We gotta hurry.
Let me see if I can get it. And he kind of brings the barrier down severely less. Now that Tyler is in control of the storm, the energy that
If
he
we
had been deflecting is no longer much of a threat anymore.
should you make the storm go away?
I most likely anticipated.
Would you like to try?
I will try.
Give me a wisdom check. (22) is a really good roll. You kind of sit there, calm your mind a little bit, letting your, the adrenaline and battle fatigue set in a little. Tap into the energy that you are kind of connected to, wired into mentally, and just let the storm go. All of these different kind of air pressures and, bits of cloud that Ilrin had kind of wrangled up like a bunch of angry cats, summoning into this giant tempest. You just start letting chunks of it go, piece by piece. And the sky opens up a bit, the sun starts peeking through, everything is lit up. It's actually it gets to be almost a little hard to look down at the turtle. The back of the turtle is still very wet, and there's actually spots where it's so shiny because of the sunlight and the water that it's, there is a bit of a glare. But you start dissipating the storm, and it is no longer a threat to you or anyone around here. And as you do, give me an animal handling roll.
All right.
19. The intense, labored, and angry breathing of the dragon turtle, while it's still very loud and intense sounding, you are tuned into the natural world just enough. You detect a slight change in it. Breathing is calming just a little. It knows that it can see that the storm that pissed it off and hit it is dissipating. It's calming down a little. Now, do you want to test getting in front of it? Probably not, but it's probably not as upset as it used to be.
All right, I think we're good.
I must still stay on the back end of it.
Yeah. I didn't want to go towards its face.
No.
Or the arms.
Or the arms, or the tail.
Yeah. See, I guess maneuver us over close to the temple.
All right. From what you can see, actually, first off, does everyone on the gun deck come up onto the main deck again? Or are you guys still down there just doing repairs and
I was headed
whatnot?
up there, so.
Yep, you were already on the deck. Loki and Tez, are you guys staying below decks, or are you going up as well?
I'm going up.
Okay.
Going up.
All right. Everyone who is on the deck, go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. Finn, Taylor, and miraculously Tez, and Tyler, you all take a look out as you begin to maneuver the ship, just bringing it lower and lower, and kind of getting a good feel for this place. The temple itself doesn't look like it has the massive tower, several hundred feet tall. Doesn't look like it has any kind of entrances or anything around its base. As you kind of do a quick little loop around, just kind of checking over everything. The entrance to this complex, whatever this is, looks to be the spot that Ilrin went in. The front of this kind of much lower, thinner part of the building. and as you get a little bit closer, you're starting to see even more of the devastation. There were actually quite a few of these blue-skinned individuals that were probably swimming around this thing, posted as guards, defending this temple underwater. And many of them look incredibly beached, like starting to looks like they severely hurt, if not outright killed, by going all the way to the surface as fast as this thing did. And if they managed to survive that, many of them were then slain by Ilrin as she entered. But looks like there's at least one entrance that you guys can spot. Do.
Well, if we're in teleporting range, we all heading down.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah, if
You
you
know,
any more of that.
Oh yeah,
That-
I'm super fucked up.
I don't feel good.
Yeah. No, one of those meteors caught me.
We've probably not had time for a short rest, have we? This is all
I
happening
doubt
pretty
it.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get the sense, and Tyler, you can see there is still, like, even though you are dissipating most of the storm, there is still at least one thundercloud hanging above the tower that is still actively, occasionally shooting bolts of lightning, severely weakened
Okay.
again from what it was previously, but still getting some shots off in a while.
If we want to burn some heavy spells here, I can cast a Mass Cure Wounds.
I don't think that would probably be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Especially if we're going to be
That'd be
fighting
pretty
that thing.
rough.
Fighting her.
Yeah. I'm definitely under half, so
29 for everybody.
Oh, that's nice.
that'll help. All right.
Not
Right.
too bad.
As you guys take a
That's
moment and
better.
heal up and everything, Dross kind of looks and goes, "All right, let's do this." And he goes and he cranks down on the lever that opens up the gate portal, having calculated it to put the portal kind of right in front of the entrance to this place. And as he does, I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw for me real quick.
Yay!
Nope.
Finn, it's actually really fitting since this is happening right in front of the captain's wheel and you are at the helm. This makes it, you're just right there for it.
Can I use my danger sense? Can I see
you-
what's about to happen?
You see as soon as this portal opens, is the effect that's about to hit you guys. It hit you, so you are able to take advantage with it.
All right, cool. That's good.
All right, for 3 of you, good news. Actually, for all 5 of you, it's good news. There's no damage associated with this. However, this is an effect you've kind of seen before in a much different location. For 3 of you, you see, like, as soon as this gate opens, there is a blast of hot air that is so powerful, you immediately, the first instinct, duck and dodge, and you move out of the way. Taylor, you are about to, and then you see that Kisa has joined you up on the deck now that things have calmed down. And as soon as your instincts click in, and you see that portal open and this blast of heat coming out of there, You go and manage to keep Kisa out of the way completely. But you are affected by this, and Finn, at the helm of the ship, this thing opens up right into your face. Both of you take a level of exhaustion as an intense wave of heat coming from the back of this thing's back emits out onto the deck of the ship.
Where is the exhaustion on this sheet? I can't remember.
I don't
it sounds
know.
like there is one.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be something you got to mark down and track. So if you want to put like on the resources thing, first level of exhaustion. And as a reminder, the first level of exhaustion is just disadvantage on all ability checks.
Does that include attacks or just ability checks?
Just ability checks.
Okay.
If you're unlucky enough to hit 3, then you have to worry about attack rolls and saves. But you're fine for now. Probably. But portal is open. This wave of heat is still being emitted from it. As Driss kind of like backs up, closes the portal like 3/4 of the way. That seems like a problem.
Yeah, that's fucking hot.
Anybody still got any other fire protection stuff or anything like that? Or any ideas how to maybe quench it a little?
I think I'm still wearing my fire resistant stuff.
I might be too.
Yeah, I never took it off, so.
Let's see. Yes,
I
I
have
am
a
also
ring.
still wearing my ring.
Ring of fire resistance.
Yep,
Well,
same.
it'll probably help from keeping getting burned at least, but the exhaustion seems like it might be a problem. You guys look pretty tired.
I'm tired.
Me too, bud.
Anyone got any ideas? Maybe it'll just get easier if we go in. Don't really know what's causing it, so it's kind of hard to say, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just hot as shit on the super dragon, so we're just gonna fucking power through.
Yeah, I think we have to.
We have to stop her.
Yeah, all right. Dros goes, cranks the lever back down, opens the portal all the way again. The blast of heat this time, you guys, since it's already been leaking out a bit, don't have to dodge it this time. It is now just really, really hot in the space right in front of this portal. But looks to open out right in front of the entrance to this temple. Who would like to go in?
I'll go in.
Yeah. Loki up front, or Tez up front. Yeah, Tez or Loki, one of those two.
All right. Tez and Loki, you guys cross through the gate and emerge on the back of the dragon turtle. I now need another dexterity saving throw. Completely different effect this time. Nothing to do with the heat.
Easy peasy.
Okay. Loki, for yours, it's the dexterity save, not just the dex check. Yours is a little, yeah, I was gonna say yours is a little higher. which is good for you because the DC on this is just 10. Uh, which is exactly what you needed. Tez, you walk out through this portal onto the shell of this thing. You're not even remote. You're not sure. Like, you're not affected by it. You just kind of keep taking strides like this is the most normal thing in the world. The rest of
Come
you,
on, everyone.
Taylor, you take a step out eventually, and you feel just a little bit of slickness, like your foot almost give, and then you very quickly, like you're used to walking around in wet woods all the time. You know, leaves and mud can be slippery. It's hard to maneuver sometimes. You're used to this. Easy enough. Tyler, Finn, and Loki, a little less used to it. You guys take a step out onto her, and this thing's shell, worn smooth by the centuries upon centuries of ocean currents that have passed over this thing's back, and still with just a little bit of water on it. The back of this turtle is extremely slick. You guys have succeeded on your dexterity saves, but you will be moving at half speed until you're on essentially a foundation that isn't this. But you are in front of the temple. In front of you is this massive, again, kind of grayish, worn down, smooth ocean stone temple. I would want everybody to give me a history check, but I genuinely don't think any of you would have any kind of understanding for this. So maybe the twins. Oh, and Tez.
I'm proficient in history.
Tez, yeah, well, you do have the proficiency, and that's actually very fitting because I think you're probably one of the only you're one of the only three who would potentially have it.
Oh, I'm good.
Have any knowledge. So twins and Tez, give me a history roll real quick.
Stand back. I'm going to think.
Wow. I don't
Tyler,
know about it.
Tyler, it is taking all your willpower just to stay upright at the moment. This place is incredibly slick, and you're a little off balance sometimes at the best of times, and you're just trying to hold on. Taylor, you end up like you start taking a look, and then you see your sister about to fall over, and you immediately run over and like help her stabilize a little bit, just trying to keep her upright. You don't get the best look either.
I got you.
Tez,
Ooh.
something about the iconography and like a lot of this facade of this temple is again worn away by centuries of water passing over this thing. Water erosion is, if a building stays underwater long enough, it stops becoming a building and just starts becoming a blob of rock. And part of this is intentionally carved to keep it that way, but it is still some detail carved into the stone itself. Some of the markings are a little more familiar than you're expecting. And you start looking at it and you recognize, and it's like, oh, I've seen stuff like this back home. Like very similar markings.
Looks like home.
Nothing like perfectly jumps out necessarily, but you do see a couple of like symbolic markings indicating what to you know is the great spirits of Rook Island. A religion that you never dabbled with, because why would you? But you were around enough. You heard, other people did worship things like the spirits. And you do recognize the rook, the stingray, the dragon, the worm. Like you're seeing icons that look familiar to you in a place that you would not expect to see them.
This looks familiar.
And then you see one at the very bottom.
Oh,
The turtle.
it's
And
a
this one,
turtle.
the only reason this one stands out to you, and normally, I mean, again, you're not well versed on any of the stories of the great spirits of your land or anything like that. Only reason the turtle stands out to you is right here, it's circled. There's an additional little circle drawn around the icon for it.
Oh. The turtle has a circle.
But that's what you notice. You see the front door of this place has been This is a massive, again, I mean, from where you guys are standing, 50 feet on each side for this temple. The door itself goes all the way 50 feet up as well to the roof of this building. And it is pushed open just enough, looks like, to allow passage in. With what you can very clearly see are small piles of dust and scorch marks along the path leading to the door, where you assume Ilrin probably took out some of its defenders. Wolfpack, what would you like to do?
Who came back? What I miss?
I'm assuming we're following Hez or Loki in, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, Tez and Loki up front. The rest of you following in?
Sure.
Let's go.
All right. The two of you begin to push forward, the rest of the group hanging back, keeping your footing as you slowly make your way into the sunken temple of Melandra. And that is where we're going to leave off for the night. A little bit of a short session, but
That's
you guys
fine.
made it, survived.
Yay!
Here we go.
We're alive.
And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you during the next session.